Live. Who is here besides me? Dean. Turkey Legs or Bancroft. First one in the house. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Got a member announcement for tonight. Members probably already know, but I'm going to say it anyway. Big Disney fan in the house. What's going on? Hello, Eileen, Iskra, or Eskra, or my mom. How are you? Jay Skywalker still has a better last name than me. One. What's going on, my man? Misty Harris in the house. Welcome in. I looked. Time it was like I need to get on. Oh, you looked at what time it was? Yeah, well, I'm running late. So there you go. Part of your world adventures. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm starting a little late this morning. I'm glad you're here. Couple announcements. Couple of, well, an anniversary that no one could possibly know about unless they were me, but I'm going to share it, or my wife, I suppose, my kids maybe. And then we're going to talk about what's going on tonight for our members. And we're going to talk about the news of Disney, what's going on in the world of Disney. And maybe a little bit talk about the world. The NFL's back up and running and stuff like that. Corner Sports is in the house. Practically Perfect couple. There you go in the house. What's going on? Marin Memphis, welcome in. Lori French, thank you so much for your message yesterday, by the way. That made my day. Magic the Mouse TV, buddy, how are you? What's going on, Bill? Jennifer White's in the house. I'm so glad to see you guys in here. It always makes my day a little better to start off with a bunch of your happy faces, happy names, whatever. I need a second. 8 seconds. Hold on. It's hot. I had to turn my fan on. I've got a beautiful praying mantis on my window, sitting there staring at me. Kind of cool. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad it's Friday. My shirt's a little wrinkly. I threw it on. It was on a pile. Whatever. Today is the decade anniversary of me becoming a Texan. 10 years ago, 2 days ago, you know how you have those Facebook remember the day thing? Remember the time. Anyway, so 2 days ago, it popped up on my wife's Facebook, a post. Well, I'll show you. I'll find it. Did wifey send it to me? It's pretty fun. Do you remember the time that we first left? Boy? Wait, advice to my single friends, only marry a former UPS hottie. I did. That's me. My wife used to work for UPS. And she wouldn't let me pack anything because she can pack anything. Anyway, that was September 9th, 2010. So September 9th, 2020 was 2 days ago, making it the 10-year anniversary of us packing up the car and getting the heck out of California. Apparently, we were one of the leaders in the clubhouse there because the whole world's leaving California and moving to Texas like we just did. And I welcome you all. I welcome you all. I don't really talk like that except for when I'm being silly. But yeah, we left Texas and we are now Texans 10 years today. I remember driving in and listening to TCU football on the Saturday night. It was the first weekend of the season, I believe. Might have been the second weekend, but I think it was the first weekend. And it was TCU. They were having a good year. They were newly good. Yeah, Michael Jackson, 8-packs, what's going on? Do you remember the time? Anyway, so yeah, 10 years of Texan. I could write a book, call it 10 Years of Texan. I still haven't bought any boots, and I don't say y'all except for when I'm kidding. But people don't even know I'm kidding anymore. Good morning to you, Davey Crocketeer in the house. What's going on? I'm glad you're here. So it's weird. I've got to be honest. I know this isn't Disney stuff. This is me stuff, so I apologize in advance. Anybody who comes here and doesn't want to hear about me, it's going to be rough. Texas for 10 years. I'm 50, so it's 20% of my life. I know, math and stuff. That's crazy. I asked my kids. Well, I was in the car with my wife and my two youngest kids, the two that still live in my house. 2 have moved away and married and had kids and all those things, okay? So the 4 of us that are left in the house, I asked day before yesterday, because it was the anniversary of us leaving. Paula, my wife, do you feel like a Texan or a Californian? Peyton, Reagan. And then, of course, I gave my answer. Hey, Movie Maniac, what's going on? Joey's World in the house, what's going on? I think it's weird. I don't know. How long does it take you to become a whatever you are? I feel like a Californian in Texas. There's that great Davy Crockett here. That's a great Davy Crockett quote about moving to Texas. Got here as soon as I could thing. I feel like a Californian living in Texas who wants to be a Texan. My wife feels like a Californian. My daughter Peyton feels like a Californian. Reagan, the youngest of us, 16, so she would have been 6, says she feels like a Texan all the way. Interesting stuff. Has nothing to do with Disney. Well, it does. We moved away from Disney. At the time, we were living in San Diego County, which didn't feel close to Disney at the time, but boy, does it feel close now. Would I move back? Will I go visit? Probably not. I have a bunch of friends who I love very much who are there, but I can't imagine ever going back to California. I mean, and I do now and then. Paula, my wife, still has family there, but I'm so glad to be a Texan now. Anyway, maybe nobody cowboy boots, but you'd rock a 10-gallon hat. I've got. Where'd it go? Aha! You want to see my only cowboy hat? Does this count? I wore this on my thank you Lake Buena visitors. I don't know. It's pretty goofy. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm not a hat guy. When I was a kid, even through college, I wore a hat every day. A baseball hat, though. I don't know. More of a prop. Anyway, let's talk Disney. Who else is in here? I'm a Dallas Cowboy wannabe. I love it here. I don't want to be a cowboy. Want to be a cowboy. I feel like a Floridian trapped in Minnesota. Part of your world adventures for the win. Yeah, I would like to be a former Californian who identifies with Texas but is actually physically in Florida for like 8 months out of the year. I don't think I want to live in Florida during the summer. I think my wife's winning the fight there. Yeah, that's a hat. That's a loud hat. I like me some USA. And if the USA hat offends you, take a flying leap and go the heck away, because I love it. I don't love the hat, but I love USA. But anyway, all right, that's enough of that. That thing's pretty hideous. Kay Atwood in the house. What's going on? Brittany Mogan in the house. What's going on? I moved to Rochester. Did you really? Rochester in New York from my hometown in Warsaw. Oh, wow, cool. And I will also, do we mean Warsaw, Poland? Always be a country girl, so I get where you're coming from. Are we talking Rochester, New York? I hope you're not there now, because one of my best friends in the world is from Rochester, and it's burning. I don't know what I don't think I own a Cowboys hat. Is that Jay? I don't think Jason. I don't think I own a Cowboys hat. Which I don't know why I don't own a Cowboys hat. I run a nonprofit, and we have a resale shop, and we probably have 30 Dallas Cowboys hats at any one time. So how I didn't pick up one and take one home one day, I have no idea. But I don't believe I own one. I might have to buy one today. I'm going in there. Kay Atwood in the house. What's going on? Nice hat choice for the day it is. Thank you. Exactly, Misty. And you know what? We haven't even talked Disney yet, but I want to talk a little 9/11. I know I've got stuff on there, but everybody, you know what? I don't like talking negative, and I don't like going back in time. Got to get back in time. I like looking forward and looking ahead and having plans and doing things and hopefully inspiring other people to do things and doing more things. But 9/11 is one of those days. 19 years, people. 10 years ago today, I became a Texan. 19 years ago today, we all, you know what? Somebody smarter than me said it this way, and I'm gonna try my best to do it justice. 19 years ago today was horrible, but 19 years ago tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day was beautiful. I wish we could get back to that. I wish we didn't have to have people die to come together, but boy, didn't we, right? Everybody had a flag outside. Everybody was pulling in the same direction. Everybody was trying to help each other get through it. Now we're trying to divide and conquer like it's a game of Stratego for the stupid, and it's really, somebody write that down, a game for Stratego for the stupid. I'm so ready for this election to be over. I'm so ready for the dumbest of the dumbest of the dumb to shut the heck up, and I just want to have some fun. So let's do that here. But let's lead off with 9/11. Where were you? What was going on? I'll tell you my story. I'd like to hear your story in chat. Where were you? What do you remember? For me, we lived in Southern California, and we had just had our baby, Peyton, who was our 19-year-old. Beatles, Huey Lewis. Look at Pax. Pax knows stuff. Pax, where do you live? We got to go have a lunch sometime, man. Ray J in the house. What's going on, my man? Ray J. I think, well, let's just get back to it. So my 19-year-old, who's at the orthodontist right now, costing me money. She had just been born. She would have been, what, 2 months old, I guess? Yeah. 1 month old, whatever the heck. And little. She was a little time baby. And we were in California, and we woke up. We still wake up late. We run an after-school program. We're after-school evening work people. We have been for a long time. And so I was just getting up. Wifey was already awake. She's in the bathroom. I'm laying in bed, awake, but I'm laying in bed. Baby's cooing or doing whatever it is babies do. Whatever. And the news is on, and Paula says, hey, wake up. You need to see what's going on, or you should see this, or whatever she says. And she says to me, the Twin Towers have been knocked down in New York. I'm like, so that's a big thing to see, right? So I look at the TV, Fox News, CNN, whatever it was, and I'm looking at one tower, but I don't know what I'm looking at. And she says the Twin Towers have been attacked and they fell down. And I'm like, sweetie, that's not the Twin Towers, because one was still up. One had come down and one was still up. I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but the Twin Towers is two. And she said, no. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused, because she's brushing her teeth, she's doing her thing. And a couple minutes later, I see the second plane hit. I watch it happen, like so many of us did, right? And yeah, that was a scary thing. I was running the Boys and Girls Clubs of San Marcos out in Southern California. Hours later, I remember, because you just had a baby. It was our first baby. We had adopted 2 kids and birthed her. Paula was pregnant, and we adopted 2 kids. So we went from 0 kids to 3 kids like that. So I went from a guy with a wife, and we were doing some foster care, helping out people, to I had a family of 5, my wife and 3 people. And all of a sudden, America's under attack. What the heck? It was a rough day to drive away. I remember thinking, I run an after-school program. I ran the Boys and Girls Clubs, one in San Diego at the time. I remember thinking, what am I doing? Should I go to work? Yes. People are going to be scared. People are going to need stuff. I don't know what's going on. So I went into the office, and I was the only one there. I had the key, and and I opened it up, and the boss calls and says, I'm not coming. Nobody comes in but me for hours. And we didn't have TV at the time. So I turned on the radio. I was listening to the coverage that many of you saw live on TV. I was watching the bulk of it on radio. Certainly the aftermath. Certainly after the stuff came down. The whole day that everybody watched in horror and tried to figure out what was going on. I was listening to it on a little radio in my office at the front door, and managing things and taking phone call after phone call after phone call. School got canceled that day, obviously, but that didn't happen very quickly, if I remember correctly. And I was getting all kinds of calls about what to do. Are we going to be open? Are we going to open? And we ended up not being open, I think. We were open. We stayed open. I was taking calls from all the staff. Should I come in today? Yes, you should come in today. I don't know what's going to go on. I'm going to need you for the kids. And I think about half of the staff came in, if I remember correctly. But point being, it was such a crazy, terrifying time because nobody knew what was going on. Especially me not having TV, listening to the radio in between taking phone calls. I was sitting at the front desk, not where I would normally sit, so I could see people coming up to the door. And if I remember correctly, nobody came. We sat next to, we were in the city community room facility. So the Boys and Girls Club was on the right, and to my left would have been the city gym. Mom, you remember in San Marcos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The city gymnasium, and all the city workers were there, and nobody came in. And so I was the only one handling things very few people came in, lots of phone calls, but I remember feeling like a counselor that day for parents. I don't know if there's going to be school, but will you be open? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And nobody even knew what questions to ask or what was going on. And then, I remember weeks later, I was at a training. It was for work down at SeaWorld in San Diego. And if you know San Diego SeaWorld, it's right by Lindbergh Field being the international airport in San Diego. And it was like 3 weeks later. Don't quote me on that. I don't swear to that, but I'll get caught up in chat. I want to hear your stories. I'll read them here in a minute. And then we'll talk Disney, I promise. So 3 weeks later or something, some amount of time later, we're down in SeaWorld. We're having a training. And you're right where Lindbergh is. It was the first day the planes went back up. And we heard planes. I remember, I get chills right now. Everybody clapped because we were getting back to normal, It was rough. So, unfortunately, I think we're in a time like that right now where we need to get back to normal. And I think the NFL helped a lot with that last night. I hope it did. Disney being open, the NFL being open, Major League Baseball being open. I think those things need to happen. Frankly, we need to have our freaking election to remind people that we're not a third world country. We're not out of control. Rochester might be, Portland might be, Chicago might be, but the people aren't. Things are out of control right now because we're allowing it, and it needs to stop, and it will stop. But where were you? I'd like to hear. All right, let's see what we got. I was sitting at home recovering from foot surgery. Oh, I remember that. You kicked me or something right now. I'm just kidding. Ray J, I was in Colorado. Didn't have class that morning, so I woke up late. Turned on Yahoo, and saw the news. I thought it was a joke at first. Yeah, I mean, my instinct to my wife was, that's not the twin. I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's not the Twin Towers. But it was. I thought it was a joke at first. Then I turned on the TV and saw it was real. Hey, Jack, Sandy Claus, Logan, what's going on? Haunted Mansion Holiday. Oh, Haunted Mansion Holiday. Oh, I didn't realize that. Is it really? I was teaching music at elementary school. I remember you said you were a teacher. That's awesome, Mar. No music that day. The kids and I watched TV coverage. Try explaining terrorists to elementary kids. Yeah, I worked. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to explain it to them that day, but a few weeks later, I certainly was. It was rough. That was rough. Oh, thank you. Somebody just became a member. Corner Sports. Tommy, thank you, buddy. Thank you for becoming a member. By the way, right in the middle of the story, but we got a new member, so I should share it. Tommy, thank you, Corner Sports. Tonight I have a membership-only Zoom call, Zoom party. Is it Emma? I think Emma called it a Zoom party. I'm like, yeah, that's more fun than a Zoom call. But it's a lot of fun. This will be week 3 in a row, and this is for members only. So Tommy, you'll get an invite, and the link will go on the members only community tab. Okay, so please check the members only community tab if you wanted to be there. I'll post it probably in a few hours. After this, I've got to go into the office. Some pretty exciting stuff for there too, but I'll be home early enough. We'll post it in there. But it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm showing off. I'm showing you guys something that I've had created for channel members that you'll be the first people to see and the first people to get if you're members. So check that out if you're interested. And Tommy, again, thank you so much. Means a lot. The memberships mean a lot. I appreciate it. I was having a really neat conversation with one of my favorite creators last night after our NFL watch party and talking about membership, and just appreciate it. All right, big Disney fan. Keith said, I went to the community center where I volunteered at after the towers were struck, and the director and AD, athletic director maybe, asked me how I was doing, and I said, fine, despite that the U.S. has been attacked. Yeah. It's weird to even say out loud 20 years ago that we were attacked. I'll be honest with you, it still pisses me off, and it makes me want to take action. And hallelujah, so many Americans did. I was in New York City for the first act. Wow, Joey, in 93. Second one, we had friends and family right there. I didn't have friends. I had acquaintances there for the second one, the main one. A lot of frantic calls. Then all the phone lines clogged. Found out we lost an acquaintance. Oh yeah, I didn't lose anyone I knew well. A guy I played football against in high school that was a star, so I was aware of him. He was a broker, I think, in one of the towers. I didn't have a connection to anybody. I mean, I was a San Diegan, so most people on the East Coast had more likelihood of knowing somebody, but it was rough still. It was still rough. Still my country, right? I was a senior in high school, part of your world adventures. It was right before class started. We stayed in school but did nothing but watch the news all day. I was in school for the Challenger explosion. I was in history class, and I don't remember how long it took us. I remember not doing much the rest of the day and kind of just being. I mean, I don't remember what we did the rest of the day, so I guess I was not feeling like, but actually being in a little bit of shock. It was weird. Yeah, I was in junior high for that. So anyway, senior in high school, right before class started, we stayed in school but did nothing but watch the news all day. I was in current events that quarter. There you go. It was very quickly become current event. Yeah, that's for dang sure. It's still where were you when, right? It was kind of what we're doing right now. You know, the generation before us had, December 7th, Pearl Harbor, JFK, obviously in 63, the Challenger explosion and 9/11. May we never have another one, right? I would like to say I remember where I was when the Dodgers won the 2020 World Series. A little more fun. We grew up with a view of the towers and been there a gazillion times. Still unreal. Yeah, I've been there since. I had never been there previous. We talked about that a little bit last night on NFL Watch Party. At the same time, I had a Muslim friend who has Muhammad in his full name, and I was kind of scared for his safety if there was retaliation. I've never really understood that, Rage. Actual bad, horrible things happen, but we're worried about what someone else might have happen because, and that I've heard it for years, and respectfully, I hope this comes off respectful. Because a Muslim does something bad, why would everyone else hate Muslims? That seems insanely ridiculous to me. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I don't understand why one person would be mad, when anyone would be mad at somebody because they have the same ethnicity as a bad guy. That's kind of insane. I too have a 19-year-old, says Davey Crockett here. He was my first thought when I heard about this. I had one of those waterproof mirror radio combo things. I remember those. I had one of those when I was younger. Was standing in the shower, shaving, listening to the news. Yeah. Misty says, I was... Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Misty, where'd it go? Hold on, guys. I got to find... There it is. Misty Harris says, I was at my first work anniversary. I hope you guys don't mind this. It's 9/11. I want to... We'll talk about Disney, I swear. If I'm boring you to death, we'll be back to Disney most of the time starting tomorrow. I was at my first work anniversary. Oh, wow. After moving to Omaha area. Jeez, I moved again. Misty, it doesn't want me to read it. There we go. 1 year and 2 months I'd been there. I was visiting with my cube mate. People started to gather and watch the news. My cousin watched it from his apartment in New York. Wow, says Lori. Kay says, I was at work. My coworker's husband called her. Told her what was happening. We all thought he was mixed up, right? Something you don't want to believe, right? We had it on TV, and our boss kept coming in and updating us. Yeah. By the afternoon there, the main management had come in, and we had like 3 or 4 different radios in different areas. It was weird. Brittany says, I was in 9th grade history class, so we watched it in the lockdown. Shortly after the Constitution went into effect, shutting down grand juries, and I don't know what that means. I was home on my day off, says Nick, listening to music on the radio, and they said something about it and thought it was fake. Later said it again. Yeah. I remember, I'm a big sports radio guy. At least I was at the time. I still love sports radio, but I used to drive alone a lot. I had to drive an hour twice a day. And it was just me. So I listened to anything I want. I was listening to really loud rock music and or sports. So I listened to a lot of sports radio at the time. And it was hard for them to get off of 9/11 news for weeks. Lori says, my mom was planning a trip to see her sister and found out that the pharmacy, when refilling the meds, oh, gotcha. She couldn't get in touch with her sister, and of course, no one could travel there. Yeah. Bill, my buddy, says a woman that works with my wife worked at the tower. She didn't go in that morning because she had to take her kid. Wow, to the doctor. 658 people that she worked with. She worked at Cantor Fitzgerald. I know everybody knows Cantor Fitzgerald. Wow, I remember the Cantor Fitzgerald stories very well. Wow. It's crazy. Party World Adventures. We are definitely in a time like that right now. I agree. We're fomenting fear and anger for freaking sport, and it needs to stop. Soon it will stop because the board will get tired, or those who are allowing the dummies to act will be dealt with. And that'll be a bad day for everybody. So I hope they calm the heck down on their own quickly. I watched on my TV, says Pax, about to go to school, and I thought it was fake at first. Who among us didn't think it was fake at first? I certainly did. Then my mom was telling me, oh my, this is real. Somehow then I watched the second hour. Yeah, I think I've shared my story on how I was watching, unsure of why they were telling me it was the Twin Towers when I could only see one. I think all of us who saw it for the first time with one tower down didn't think it was that. And then you see the plane hit. And I remember thinking immediately, well, something already happened that I didn't see. And now a plane hit, we're under attack. Like I remember, obviously everyone knows you're under attack. Well, it's the iconic now video of, I don't remember who did it. It was whispering into President Bush's ear, the second tower's been hit, sir, we're under attack. Anyone who could even pretend like they have the brain knows that the second attack we're under attack. And who else would attack us? It became clear that it was going to be terrorism, and it was going to be somebody. Russia wasn't going to do it. China wasn't going to do it. So it was going to be a terrorist situation. But geopolitical talk with Dole Whip Dad. But anyway, it is what it is. Cases we do support for retail stores. There were a few stores in the building we supported. People we knew. Yeah, good stuff. We've made Nick's out of here. Have a good day. Hey, Pete, what's going on, my man? Glad you're here. I was in history class just about to take a quiz. Choice World, it's right. Or right, Jeff. Back then, the only thing on the news was about the disappearance of Chandra Levy. Yeah, boy, that was big news at the time. And then who remembers that? And then, bam, it stopped. It sure did. That guy got away with murder. Need to cancel Netflix. Oh, that's random. I don't have Netflix. I'm just suggesting y'all consider it. I don't know what we're talking about. Tremaine at Disney, what's going on? So there you go. I hope I didn't bring anybody down, but we shouldn't forget. And if you're mad about it, I don't think that's bad. I am. Maybe that's why I don't think it's bad. But take action. Don't be mad at people. Be mad at be mad at the people who did it. But they gone. They in the dirt. Yeah, I think the best way to move forward is to remember why we were attacked. And why we were attacked is because we were the greatest land ever in the history of ever that gives the most freedom ever. Then and now. And I get that there's a small, vocal, stupid minority right now that is probably pissed that I said that. I don't know if anyone are hearing it now. I honestly don't care. You're blessed to live here. If you're too stupid to know that, cool. Good luck to you. Go work at Arby's. I need my beef and cheddar. But I don't understand the hate. The people are still breaking the rules and scaling the mountains and doing all the things to get here. We don't oppress. We provide. We serve. We allow for. We create openings for. And anybody who doesn't see that just has a desire to hate. So I won't forget, and I appreciate you all being here. And I hope that didn't bring anybody down, but I'm still a little pissed, I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't stop me from loving some Disney. Let's talk about some Disney. What a pivot, right? So last night was NFL. Wow, I just made a mess. NFL Watch Party. You don't know what that is? That's a show every Thursday night during the NFL football season. I love me some NFL. They're pissing me off right now, too. I'm not going to lie. And if they're not careful, they're going to lose a long-time fan. But I'm not going to let them take something I hate. I love me some football. I was just tipping my toe into the political discussion, too. Netflix. I mean, yeah, content creation is content creation. There's good and bad on every platform. I hear you. Yeah, I know they're far one side or the other, but I can filter. Anyway, yeah, so the NFL's back, and that's every Thursday night. It'll be on Pete McDevitt's channel, Kelly Meyer's channel, and or my channel. Next week is on my channel. Got the Browns versus the Bengals, so I promise I'll be extra funny because those two teams are not so fun. Joe Burrow's brand new, but that's every Thursday night. Friday night, which is tonight. Oh man, exactly, Ray J. It's got to be happening. Tonight is Disney Pins Live. A lot of my friends go live tonight, including the best of the best live streamers in the parks. Resort TV One. I don't know what park they'll be at. I'm sure somebody in chat. I know, good pivot, right? Quick pivot. Anyway, I'm on a good pivot. But they'll be live in the parks. I love them. And I don't know what park they're in. Somebody in chat can say they will be live for 4 or 5 hours. We do Disney Pins Live afterwards. We gave away some pins last week. Taylor won this. I still haven't picked out September's prize. So I was going to hand these to Taylor in person because we were going to be out there in October, but it looks like we're not going in October. So I'm going to talk to her tonight. Ask her if she wants me to home in December or mail them. I'll probably just mail them. Regardless, somebody will be winning something in October. And somebody will get to be a finalist for that starting tonight on Disney Pins Live, where we're talking about Disney and Disney Pins, and that's fun. If you're not into Disney Pins, don't start. It's like crack for Disney fans. It's expensive, and it takes up your whole life, but I love it, and I'm addicted. And then Good Morning Disney, obviously, every day, 9:15 Central Time, 10:15, including tomorrow. Sunday night is my big night, 2 shows. Polka Dot Podcast is going to be our guest Sunday night, and then Creator Talk Live, where we talk about creation and doing stuff online and such and so forth. All right. Have you seen these new Funkos? So I'm a big segue. I collect 40th anniversary things. So I like Disneyland specifically, who have hiccups, anniversaries. This is a set, a 1965 set of cards. Was the 10-year anniversary of Disneyland. Whoa. And they had a card set. So in 1955, Disneyland opened. 1965, 10-year anniversary. 1965, Donruss came out with a set. I won't worry with the whole set. I've showed it to you before. I'll show it to you again. This was the 10-year anniversary set. In 1995 was the 40th anniversary of Disney. And I was 25. And I was going to Disney a lot at the time. And I collected that set, and I have most of that set, not the whole set. But I love that anniversary. They had a logo. Come on. in 1995, the 40th anniversary, 40 years of adventure in Disneyland. And I collect that set, and I love that logo. And so I had a logo made for me for my 50th birthday, 50 years of adventure with Dole Whip Dad. And I will be showing that off tonight for the first time in public to my members in the Zoom party. So if you're a member, come to that, you'd see it. And you may have a chance to get one if you want one. And then I'll show that off again tomorrow morning on Good Morning Disney. Okay, cool beans. And I'll probably show it off Sunday night too, because it's fun. I didn't buy that many. They'll probably be gone by then. I'll buy more if people like them. Yeah, that's it. Let's talk about the Disney news and stuff. So the Disney Funkos that I want to talk to you about are for the 65th anniversary of Disneyland. Boy, all the segues today. So let's get to it. Let me show you. Where did it go? Funko. These are sweet. Do you guys collect Funko Pops? I do. I got a Jungle Cruise one over there. I should have pulled these up and showed you a few. I'll show you the pictures first. Disneyland 65th anniversary. Come on, that's some pretty cool stuff, right? I'll read a little bit for you, okay? Another wave of Funko Pops. This is from bleedingcool.com. They're everywhere, though. I like to tell people where I'm reading my stuff because it's not original stuff. So, oh, sorry. Somebody's trying to send me an email. Bleedingcool.com says, Funko announces Wave 2. There's already been a Wave 1, which I don't own any of. Disneyland 65th Anniversary Pops. They got a Funko Pop ride. I love the rides. It's like the ride attractions. Flying Dumbo ride with Minnie in it. Funko Pop ride. Peter and Flight Car. I'm going to need that one. Funko Pop ride. Mr. Toad in car. Probably going to need that one, too. Funko Pop Disney. Mr. Toad with spinning eyes. That one's kind of creepy. Funko Pop Disney Captain Hook. Peter Pan. Mr. Toad. Peter Pan. Alice in Teacup. Minnie on Dumbo. Is there another picture? Just the same picture. Bigger. Come on. Sorry, guys. We'll make it. So which one do you like best? I like Mr. Toad, and I like Peter Pan. I like Captain Hook. Which one do you guys like best? And then this one. Keychains. I'm not a big keychain guy, I'm not going to lie. So I won't get any of those probably. I don't collect anything mini, but the one in the Dumbo is pretty cool. Kind of fun. Mr. Toad every day. Funkos are like potato chips. Exactly. I love me some Pringles and I love me some Funko. Ray J, I just stopped collecting stuff because I realized how difficult it is to disperse collections after a person passed away. Oh, that's rough. I want the Mr. Toad one. Me too. I'd love to see some of your Funkos. You got it. You got it. I'm not going to walk away again and grab them, but I'll do a Funko show. Maybe tomorrow I'll show them off. So I'm not into Funko until recently. Sorry about that. Because a subscriber asked me if I would sell merch. Okay. And if I would sell one of me as a custom Funko. Not lying, I'm considering it. Custom Funko. That might be fun. Can I do a custom Funko ride? One of the ones if I could be in a Disney ride, maybe I could be in like Splash Mountain, or I could be I have to think about that. That's pretty fun. Love those. Yeah, I don't collect stuff because I'm OCD, says Ray J. And if there's one thing missing from the collection, I would go out of my way to get it. Yeah, I'm a collector. I don't freak out about it, but I hear you. I want to finish my set, so I know what you mean. You would have to remiss if you hadn't mentioned the historic meaning of this day. Oh yeah, this is my show. I couldn't not talk about it today. I would have felt guilty if I didn't talk about it today. Peter Pan and Minnie on the Dumbo. Yeah, me too. I only have one Funko Ray. Well, yeah, you gotta have. If your name's Ray J, you kind of have to have Ray, right? Jeez. I just started Funkos too. I love Funkos. So this week on Disney Creators Live Sunday night, every Sunday night, it's my flagship show, if that's a thing. Polka Dot Podcast. Next week, the gentleman Anthony, we had to reschedule him, but it's the 20th. Forever Freaky Funko. He's a great guy, and he is a lunatic for Funko Pops. If you want to be there, this week will be great too. Come check out Polka Dot Podcast. But next Sunday, Forever Freaky Funko. So if you're into Funkos, trust me, you'll want to be there next Sunday. And I'll get maybe tomorrow. if you're interested for the Saturday show, I'll show off some of my favorite Funko Pops because why not? I want to. Do you like the Dallas Stars? They're in the conference finals. Kalani, what's going on? I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth area, Fort Worth specifically. I root for them. I was a Kings fan as a kid. I don't consider myself a big hockey fan. I certainly enjoy watching the games live. Hockey live is amazing. You know, like many a Southern California sports fan, I got into it when Wayne Gretzky went down there, and I guess I was in college. I'm a fan of the game. I'm not a fan of the sport necessarily. But yeah, I root for the Stars because of the local team. I bought the Smokey the Bear Funko. I love Smokey the Bear. I had a Smokey the Bear sticker on my wall when I was a kid, on my window, excuse me. I'm a Smokey the Bear uber fan, super fan. Being from Southern California, where there's on fire now, I've been a fan of Smokey the Bear since, you know, he was right up there with Santa when I was a kid. That's how much I love Smokey the Bear. I have a Halloween Snoopy and Charlie. I know you're a Snoopy and Charlie Brown collector, and Santa and Mrs. Claus. That's cool. I'm an Avalanche fan, Colorado, right? So I'm a bit annoyed they beat us, but I don't mind if they win the Stanley Cup. They have a great team. One of my best friends in the world, my wife's best friend and a good friend of mine too, is a super Dallas Stars fan. She's very into it, obviously. Good stuff. Yeah, I will say playoff hockey is fun. But yeah, no, I mean, I root for Dallas just because they're a local team. But I'll be honest, I didn't even realize they were in the finals. I'm a bigger football and baseball fan. Anyway, so those Funko Pops are pretty cool. I think the Peter Pan and the Mr. Toad for me are the standouts. I like the Captain Hook one too. So says me. All right, let's get on to the next news. But I want to get, I mean, that's on the thumbnail. I want to talk about that. How are we doing on time? Whoa, it's 10 o'clock. Ouch. Well, I mean, I started late, right? I'm going to go through the news real fast, see if there's anything that I can't save for tomorrow. Let's see. There's a survey. Disney's got a survey out. I'll talk about that tomorrow, I suppose. It'll probably be longer than I could do here in a minute. Yeah, there's no large, big news, so we'll just end it on that, I suppose. I also love Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear, I had a sticker. I actually remember the sticker was on my window. I looked out to my backyard from my bedroom, and on the very bottom right, it was rectangle, but on the very bottom right, it got cut. And I was sad about it, but I love that sticker so much. I would sit next to that sticker of Smokey the Bear and look out into my backyard and pretend like it was like the Wild West forest or something. I love Smokey the Bear. Do they have the big one of Alice in Wonderland, the teacups? Like, I don't know. I'll look. My brother wants the Hocus Pocus ones. Yeah, I've got a couple Hocus Pocus ones. So tomorrow I will show off a few. I've got way more than I could show off, but I'll show off a few of my. How about I show you my Halloween Haunted Mansion version Funko Pop stuff, because it's kind of Halloween-ish time, right? We'll do that. Maybe the Hocus Pocus ones. I think they're right there. I can show those off, and then we'll talk about Disney news and stuff. And then maybe I'll show you the thing that I'm going to show to people tonight. If you're a member of the channel, like Tommy is, Tommy just became a member. Thank you so much. Make sure you're watching the community tab. That's on YouTube where, you know, hey, my name, what's going on? Just announcements on the community tab. For members only tonight, there will be a link to a Zoom chat. Probably at 8 o'clock tonight, my time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern time, probably. I've got a full work day, but I don't think it's going to be a long work day. So I'll be home in time, and there shouldn't be any reason that doesn't happen. Basically, I'm doing it every Friday night that I don't have a family or a work thing. Very rarely do I have a Friday night work thing. Sometimes we have family things, but that'll be tonight for members only. It's fun. I'm having fun with it. I've been really, really excited about the how many people have been coming to them and how much fun we're having. So if that's you, if you're one of the members, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're in green, you're a member. Anyway, come on and check that out. And I will show you the 40th anniversary Disneyland thing that I made for me and for you guys, anybody who wants one, commemorating my 50th year spinning around the sun. Have a wonderful day. You too can prevent forest fires. Love that. I mainly get Star Wars pops. I've got a few Star Wars pops. I just got the 10-inch, the Child Pop, and the 10-inch Mandalorian pop pre-ordered. Those are cool. Pax, yeah, thanks for using those emojis. I love it. Guys, I appreciate you. I really do. I'm not going to ask for an apology, but I appreciate you letting me talk a little 9/11 talk with you. We're still the greatest land in the world, still where people will die trying to get here. because we must be doing something right. So if you're really, really pissed off and you're not sure why, it's probably you. That's not America. We are blessed to be here, and this place is worth fighting for and protecting. There you go. So saith me. And if I lost 4 subscribers today, I'm totally cool with it. Hope you guys all have the best day ever. Have fun storming the castle. Friday night, Disney Pins Live, members only chat, Zoom party at about 8, 10 o'clock for Disney Pins Live. And then Saturday, Good Morning Disney in the morning. Sunday night, 2 shows, Polka Dot Podcast and Creator Talk Live. I feel like that's enough of me for anybody. All right, go have a great day. People are stressed in general right now, and some people are going to be stressed about the 9/11 thing. So give a little grace today. Let somebody, just because somebody's rude doesn't mean they're Hitler. Be nice to them. Help them through it. All those kinds of things. All right, love you. Talk to you soon. Have fun storming the castle. See you next time. Thanks for being here.